Yeah, you wouldn't get no. But 10 is alright. That's good.
That's a great second set.
Hey, that's not bad. You guys treat talking on camera as if you're talking to your partners and everything like that, so.
Yeah.
Nothing different. It's just cameras in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like, I want to start talking more of my stories, just posting a little more educational content and things like that. Just trying to document my prep series and shit like that, so.
Hell yeah, do it, bro. Do it. You're the person to do it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Josh Jones here, FEC Classic G competitor. This is my first time doing this, so we're getting ready to take through a leg day. Currently sending these out for my qualifier. This is my first time back on stage in 8 years, and I can't tell you guys what we're about to bring to the stage. What we're doing right now, we're just trying to get quads warmed up, make sure my knees are not aching like they normally do. So I'll get started with some real light leg extensions and some walking lunges, just with body weight, just get the quads fired and activated, and then we'll go into our first exercise. One of the first exercises we're going to start off with is standing calf raise. Calves, like you meditate, are a weak point for me. So I always like to start off with the movements that are a little bit harder for me, so that way to the end of the workout, I'm not BSing. I'm actually putting all intensity and going all out, at the beginning of the workout, so that way it just kind of warms everything else up, from the bottom going all the way to the top. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with that. I like to do 2 to 3 warm-up sets, just to try to work my way up to that top set. I know that's one of the common things now. A lot of people like to do that low volume top set, back off set training. I'm probably going to do a little more volume here. I'm probably going to do 2 working sets in the 10 to 12 rep range. Then I'm going to drop the weight, and I'm going to try to go for a back off set, the 15 to 20 rep range. Really just to try to get, hammer those calves out. Calves, they're a smaller muscle group, so, they're going to recover a lot quicker than, a bigger body part like quads. So, honestly, I even tried to do calves twice a week because they are a weak point for me. I'm never going to have massive calves, but I do know that my calves have gotten developed over the years. Even just from the stability aspect, I feel like me having more developed calves makes me a lot more stable on my lift, pendulum squat, hack squat, and leg press. Calves, your calves should be treated like a stabilizer muscle, just like anything else, like your hip flexors, your adductors and adductors. Because when you're going into any type of squat variation, it's just trying to stabilize everything so that everything is tracking properly, and your knees are not caving in when you're going down into a squat. Everything's staying in line with your foot. So that's why training calves. You got some guys who genetically they don't have to do much for calves. Somebody like me, I got what they call more of a sprinter's calves. So my calves sit a lot higher on my legs. So, again, I can try to develop them a little bit more. They're never going to be huge, but they've definitely gotten bigger over the years. So. For anybody who's struggling to build their legs from the front, I would highly recommend hammering out your adductors, because your adductors, again, I talked about this before, You know, it is a stabilizer muscle, but it's going to give your legs that width front. You know, a lot of people want to focus on, you know, getting that outer sweep on their quads, which, you know, there's a place for that. There's nothing wrong with that. But one thing you see on stage a lot of times is that guys, they have the infamous thigh gap, and that's because they have underdeveloped adductors. So the adductors, you know, there's the front part of your adductor, and then there's also the back. So when you're getting those back shots, like your back double bicep, your rear relax, your lat spread, just showing that density from the back with your hamstrings tying in, and then also from the front with your front shots, it's just going to make your leg look that much wider. So, yeah, definitely hammer your adductor.
And shout out to my friend Courtney, who's a member here. She taught me to put a plate on the pad. Adding a plate not only elevates me, but it also allowed me to prevent my hips internally rotating. So that way, like when I'm doing the adductors, all of this adductors and not anything else with my pelvis rotating inward.
I'm going higher in weight, you know, I'm doing a lot less reps. You know, I don't want to fatigue the muscle though, where it's taken away from performance on my top set. So, you know, like the first set I did 8 reps, second set I did 6 reps. I'll probably go right into my working set. Just like the last couple of weeks, like, you know, my body's been feeling good. I felt like I haven't needed to do, you know, an excessive amount of warm-up sets. Now, granted, that's all going to change, you know, as we get further into the prep, you know, recovery, fatigue's going to start to take a little bit of a hit. So, I mean, it is important that, you know, you warm up as much as possible, not only to prime the muscle, but, you know, you also prevent injury as well, because, you know, it takes one time to get an injury and then boom, your prep is over. So, you know, take your time with your warm up sets. You don't need to do anything crazy. All you're doing is just trying to feed to those heavier weights and get your body and your central nervous system used to those heavier weights. So next exercise, we're going to do lying leg curl. We're going to work up to 2 working sets. So first set is going to be 10 to 12 reps, and we're going to try to get 5 partials at the end. Second set is going to be a back off set, but it's also going to be a drop set. So we're going to try to bang out 12 to 15 reps with partials. Then I'm going to drop the weight and try to get 6 to 8 reps. Then I'm going to get a couple partials at the end. And that'll be the same thing the way if you don't receive your leg curls. So I'll spend some more time in the end ranges, at the top of the movement, also at the bottom, which is the incentive phase of the movement. Cause it just keeps me honest from not using too much momentum, on my working sets, especially when the weight starts getting heavier. You know, I start to fatigue. So, you know, the goal is like to try to make the exercise as hard as possible and just trying to get the most out of it. I mean, sometimes like, you know, that means you don't have to go extremely heavy in weight. I mean, you still want to go heavy enough to get a stimulus, but at the same time, but a lot of people like, you know, they start to feel that pain in their legs and then they just want to hurry up and get the set over with. But you need to embrace that pain and just fight through it, because at the end of the day, you know, when you get uncomfortable, that's how you're going to grow. I like to do my hamstring work at the beginning of the workout, because it's actually warming up my knees from the back. Sometimes, I got away from doing leg extensions, at the beginning of my workout because it was just putting a lot of pressure on my knee. A lot of that probably had to do with, tight hips, poor ankle mobility, different things like that where my knees were just always bothering me. So I've just been spending a lot more time on doing mobility work, even like when I'm outside of the gym. But also just trying to find different ways to warm up my quads, before going into like my, my heavy compound movements like squat variation or leg press. Hamstrings, it really gets everything firing. And, overall, like I just feel like the quality of my workouts get a lot better too. I mean, the workouts are still hard, don't get me wrong, but I'm still able to just train a lot better. There's a fine line. I mean, I think that a lot of people are a lot stronger than they think they are. So don't train like a pussy. But also, if everything else is working and not the muscle that you're targeting, then the weight is too heavy. Just trying to use a lot of momentum to try to move the weight. But you just need to kind of drop that load. Focus on that contraction and execution. You don't have to do like a super slow negative in like 2 to 3 seconds. Just try to keep it controlled, a solid tempo the whole time. And then just try to work your way back up to that heavier weight. I mean, you'll get there eventually. So. Let's go. With leg extension, I'm probably going to do 2 beater sets or warm-up sets, and I'm going to go to my 2 shot sets along with throwing 15 rep range. We're trying to hold that contraction at the top. One of the suggestions my coach made after the time. He said you can do, like you said, leg extensions at the very end of the workout, just one all-out set, drop set. Just try to hammer the quads out. If I can do a finisher movement, you will, just to get a little bit of extra blood in there. But also too, just trying to focus on please not so much worry about the weight. The more you squeeze the top, the more it's going to bring out that separation that you want in the quad. The last thing you want to do is feel lightheaded after a set. A lot of people talk about, seeing stars after their lift. When you put that much time under tension on an exercise, you are going to feel that. But there are some ways where you can be a lot more efficient with your breathing so that you can get the most out of your set without, doing something that could potentially hurt you. So, definitely learn how to breathe. You'll thank me later. you literally have nothing left in the tank and you're just giving it your all, trying to squeeze the last couple reps out. And you're using everything to get the weight up. Like, don't get me wrong, like I still, all the loads on my quads, but I'm having to stabilize everything else just to get that weight back up. But that's how you train intense. And I earned a much needed rest. I've talked about, you know, putting a huge emphasis on rest periods. Don't rush. I mean, there are some guys who genetically, they just recover fast as hell. I know me, I'm not one of those guys. So, you know, especially on a leg day, if I have to take 10 minutes after this top set before I do another set, so be it, because at the end of the day, I want to get a quality set. You know, I don't want to sacrifice performance just due to me trying to rush through and get that workout done. So, take your time. Don't rush. Give it your all.
Three more. Let's go.
Yeah, you wouldn't get to. No. But 10 is alright.
That's good. That's a great second set.
Hey, that's not bad. Because I'm still within the button that I wanted.
10 to 12, like you said. Alright, buddy. You go eat.
Go eat that food, bro.
You too. Big shit. Nice meeting you, dude.
Yes, sir. So now we're doing a single leg press. This is gonna be like the last movement for the day. So I'm sticking to like the same tempo like the rest of the exercises. 2 top sets. This is gonna be like around like that 10 to 12 rep range with a slow 3-second negative, and a 1-second pause in the hold every single rep. Once I can't maintain that tempo any longer, I'm gonna try to bang out as many reps as I possibly can. Not using momentum, but just going at a normal controlled pace. And then, you know, once I can't move the weight anymore, then that's the end of the set. And we're gonna do that for 2 sets. These are the kind of days where it's just like, yeah, like I need more time to like get my thoughts together. You know, just get myself in the right headspace, but also just, you know, making sure that I make recovery a top priority. And that's one of the reasons like why I like to start the week off training legs, you know, because it is a muscle that, you know, even though like it's much improved over the years, you know, it can only get better. So I usually like to start, you know, the week off like with some of my lagging body parts, and then like towards the end of the week, like, you know, my more dominant body parts where it's like I don't have to really necessarily do as much to get the same result. I can kind of push those towards like the second half of the week. But also too, you know, I don't work on Sunday, so like, you know, one of the problems I was dealing with is that I was stressing myself out getting here late after work, training legs. And, you know, I can keep it real that I wasn't always at my best because my body was already in a stressful state, And, you know, the gym is like, the gym is a stress reliever, but at the same time, like, you know, you shouldn't be going into the gym already stressed about something, because a lot of times like either you can play out one or two ways. You can either run your workout where you can have the best workout of your life, but I feel like, you know, these days like this where I need to be a lot more locked in on a leg day. You know, I'd rather come in on a day where I don't really have a whole lot else to do other than working out. So you know, if you're somebody who works a regular job like me, and you know, you're in this competitive bodybuilding space, or even if you're just you're just like a general gym goer who's just trying to build the best physique of their life, you should prioritize your training split around your lifestyle, and your daily routine, especially if you still work a full-time job. Because again, you know, you're going to deal with a lot of stress in life, but there are ways where you can mitigate stress by, you know, just putting yourself on a routine that you know that you can realistically stick to for longer periods of time. And that's how, you know, that's how you're going to be able to, you know, sustain those results and maintain results, you know, for as long as possible. And you need to constantly drive progress in the gym. So, you know, I know some of you guys have family, you guys have children, and, you know, bodybuilding may not be the top priority in your life, but there's always ways, there's so many different ways to skin a cat. You just got to find a system that works best for you, and stick to that. And you'll thank yourself later. Alright guys, so that wraps up our day for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.